Hi students, so today we are studying citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle or tricarboxylic acid cycle. The scientist called Sir Hans Adolf Krebs observed the cycle first in pigeon's liver or breast muscle cells. Hence it is called as Krebs cycle. It is called as citric acid cycle because the first compound that is created is citric acid. It is also called as tricarboxylic acid cycle because the chemical structure of citric acid contains 3 carboxylic groups. Okay. The site of this cycle is the matrix of mitochondria, hence it only takes place in the aerobic organisms. Okay. It takes place when acetyl coenzyme A, which is 2-carbon compound, enters the matrix of the Krebs cycle. It reacts with the 4-carbon compound, that is oxaloacetic acid. It condenses together by using one molecule of water to form a 6-carbon compound, that is citric acid. This reaction is a condensation reaction and the enzyme involved is citrate synthase. So this was the first step. The second step includes the conversion of citric acid into isocitric acid, that is by the process of isomerization. This step is divided into two further steps. In the first step, there is loss of one water molecule from the citric acid to form a compound called as cis-aconitic acid. And again, on addition of one molecule of water, cis-aconitic acid is going to give us isocitric acid. Both the steps takes place in the presence of the same enzyme called as cis-aconitase. In the next step, this 6-carbon compound, that is isocitric acid, is going to convert into 5-carbon compound, that is alpha-ketoglutaric acid. The carbon that is released will be in the form of carbon dioxide. It is associated with the loss of proton, hence it is called as oxidative decarboxylation. And the protons that will be lost will be used by a coenzyme called as NAD+ to convert into NADH+. This NADH+ can be further converted into ATP. Okay. Now we are left with 5-carbon compound, and the step that we converted isocitric acid into alpha-ketoglutaric acid involves the enzyme called as citrate dehydrogenase. Now this 5-carbon compound again will lose one carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. Again this time it will be associated with the loss of protons, hence it is called as oxidative decarboxylation. Again this time the protons will be used by NAD+ to form NADH+, and the enzyme that will be used will be alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. The compound that will be formed will be a 4-carbon compound, that is succinyl coenzyme A. There is an addition of a group, that is coenzyme A. But succinyl coenzyme A is not so stable, so it has to lose coenzyme A, and the loss of coenzyme A releases energy. This energy is utilized by GDP. It reacts with inorganic phosphate to form GTP. This GTP further can be used to generate ATP. This step includes the enzyme called as succinyl coenzyme A synthetase. Okay, so we generate again a 4-carbon compound by the loss of coenzyme A from succinyl coenzyme A to form succinic acid. Now we are left with a 4-carbon compound, so we are just aiming to generate the first molecule that we use, that is oxaloacetic acid. Okay, because it is a cyclic process. Now succinic acid is going to undergo oxidation, and this oxidation, it is going to lose protons, and this protons will be used by FAD to form FADH2. Again it is a coenzyme, and that will be used to generate ATP molecule. When succinic acid undergoes oxidation, it forms fumaric acid, and the enzyme that is involved is called as succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, now in the next step, fumaric acid combines with one molecule of water. The reaction is condensation reaction, and it generates malic acid. Okay, so this conversion of fumaric acid to malic acid is called as condensation reaction, and the enzyme involved is fumarase. Finally, this malic acid undergoes oxidation by the removal of proton, and again this time the proton will be used by NAD+ to form NADH+. Malic acid on oxidation forms oxaloacetic acid. So we regenerate our 4-carbon compound that we used initially. Hence, we prove that it is a cyclic process. In this process, we released acetyl coenzyme, we broke acetyl coenzyme A to release 2 carbon dioxide. We generated energy consumed molecules, that is 3 NADH plus, 1 FADH2 and 1 GTP, which further can be used to generate ATP. So I hope this is clear to you, and we'll see you next time.